This video is brought to you by Grandeur Warranty, your #1 online source for factory-backed extended warranties in the country. Oh yes, guys, I think I did it. I found a truck that should be very, very efficient. Let me show it to you. This truck has a powerful engine, a 3-liter twin-turbo straight 6, but it's two-wheel drive. It's got pretty efficient all-season tires, and it has a very efficient rear axle ratio. So here's what I want to do. Zach, who's behind the camera, and I, we need to drive from here, from Michigan, all the way back home, and we're doing a road trip. So we're going to find out exactly how efficient it is and what the range can be in this pickup truck. I think it could go maybe even 600 miles on a tank. Let's find out. All right, so I'm gonna use 87 octane because it exists everywhere, even in Colorado, and that's what this engine is meant to run. Of course, you could use maybe a higher octane for maximum performance, but I wanna treat this truck like a normal owner. I don't wanna spend a lot of money. I just wanna be able to actually just use that octane. All right, there it is. Let's get on the road. So we do have about 1,000 miles ahead of us, but we're gonna need to stop somewhere and rest for the night. That's probably gonna be Des Moines. But let me reset the trip meter and see how far we can get. Full tank of fuel right here, and also over 1,200 miles on the clock. This is a brand new 2026 Ram 1500 Express truck. It's a two-wheel drive model. It's got that deployable chin in the front, so it should be very aerodynamic, low to the ground. Like I said, this should be the most efficient full-size truck from Ram. EPA says 25 mpg is possible, but I think we might be able to do better. Here's a quick trip update. So Zach and I filled up, like you saw. We went through a lot of Michigan, cut across Indiana, went through a lot of Illinois, crossed the mighty Mississippi, finally got into Iowa, and this is the Iowa 80 truck stop, the world's largest. And yeah, it's a cool place. I usually stop here, well, because it's also a good distance away for us to get a little bit of dinner. But it's a common stop for us on this road trip. I also want to tell you a little bit more about this truck. So this is a 2026 Ram 1500 Express. It happens to be one of the more affordable ones you can get. It's based on the tradesman work truck, but as you can see from the outside of this truck, it doesn't look like a work truck. It's got monochromatic bumper, paint and grill surround, blacked out grill, 20-inch wheels. It starts at around $45,000, but this one also has that Hurricane engine, which is about $1,700 extra. And it does have, of course, the 8-speed automatic and that efficiency rear axle. So I'm hoping for quite nice and efficient MPG, but right now the computer is saying 23.7. So my 25 number I really wanted is not quite here, but that may not be totally right. So we need to check it at the pump. So here's the plan. Go another about 163 miles to our hotel that we got, and tomorrow morning fill up and actually see what the real road trip efficiency of this truck is.
Herbert Hoover National Historic Site. the Herbert Hoover Presidential Library and Museum, and historic downtown West Branch, home of the 31st President of the United States. The park is located just 2 blocks north of the exit. Born in a 2-room cottage, Herbert Hoover could have been any small-town boy. Orphaned at age 9, he left West Branch with 2 dimes in his pocket to live with an aunt and uncle in Oregon. The cottage and other historical buildings remain to tell how family, faith, education, and hard work opened a world of opportunity, even the presidency of the United States, to a child of simple beginnings.
There you go. This is why AM radio is important. You can get important messages like Herbert Hoover's birthplace, museum information, and maybe even emergency information. So those people who are saying, let's delete AM radio or FM radio, I don't agree. I think we still have to have those, just for information like this. And no matter which car or truck you have, if you plan on keeping it for a longer period of time, you should check out GrangerWarranty.com. Use the link in the description below. Granger Warranty is one of the best sellers of factory-backed extended warranties across the country, and you could save some money while doing it, about $1,000 on average. And you don't have to buy it immediately when you buy a brand new vehicle. You could wait a little bit and then get that warranty. And when your truck needs service, you can be sure that they're using certified components, OEM quality stuff, and the work is done at the certified facility or a dealership anywhere across the country. All right, so now it's the next day. We had some rest in Des Moines, and we're pushing through towards Denver. And something really cool is happening. So we are mapping out our next fuel stop, which is about 45 miles away, because we wanted to go as far as possible. We have 48 miles of range remaining, and we have a low fuel light that just came on. But take a look at this. We've gone 583.3 miles already on one single tank. So I was hoping to do about 600 miles at least on this tank, and it looks like we will, unless we run out of fuel in the middle of Iowa, which would be bad. So anyways, that's really good news. I cannot wait to see exactly what the pump says, and maybe we can hit that 25 mpg. But that brings another question: competition. So there's still a king of efficiency in the half-ton segment, and that's the General Motors truck with the 3-liter Duramax turbo diesel. That truck, or those trucks with those engines, are still king for doing this, cruising the highway at a very comfortable speed for long distance with over 30 mpg. But the other truck that this competes against is the 2.7-liter EcoBoost Ford F-150, which is also relatively efficient, and those trucks have humongous fuel tanks. All new F-150s, crew cabs, have 36 gallons of fuel, so those trucks can go for a very long distance. This truck only has a 26-gallon tank, but still, on the 26 gallons, we could go, it looks like, at least 600 miles in the real world. So that's quite remarkable. So now let's get to the pump, and hopefully we can make it. 42 miles. We might have to roll into on fumes into that gas station. Wow, there's a truck in the ditch. Wow, there are a lot of trucks resting here too. It's kind of overflowing a little bit here. Oh, it's the Danish windmills or something. I don't know. Bam! 600 miles. So we are averaging just over 60 miles per hour, which is a good road trip speed. Pretty average. Zach, what are we doing? We just went by an exit with 2 gas stations, and my range is 10 miles, and I'm like on E, beyond E. So what are we doing? Why? I mean, I know it's 6 miles more to the next one we planned on, but it's getting a little too close. Okay, I think we have made it. Yes, we have. So I'm exiting, and I see a big truck stop, and it says 10 miles left of range. And it also says I went 626 miles. Woo! In just over 10 hours. Pretty good average speed, about what, 61, 62 miles per hour average speed, considering all the stops we've made and a little bit of traffic we saw in near Chicago. So, and the fuel price is $2.68 per gallon. So that's not too bad. Let's get the number. All right, check it out, Zach. Our final distance is 626 miles. Well, 626.9. And the truck says 23.7. And we did not run out of fuel. All right, let's see what the pump says. Okay, so we don't have 85 octane here. So we're not in Colorado still. We're in Iowa. So 87 is what we've been using for this run. And that gives us the best price. Now we need to wait quite a long time because we need to pump like over 24 gallons probably. Well, that's a big stick. Nice. Oh wow, Zach, we were almost on empty. For real. If this is a 26 gallon tank, because it doesn't have an optional tank in this one, 24.6. That's getting close, so we need to top off. Waiting about 30 seconds as always. We have the 666 and also 66. I think the devil is coming out. All right, topping off. All right, that's it. Wow, we used basically all of it. 626.9 miles. That's the distance we went. 24.895 gallons equals 25.2 rounding. Yes, Zach, so that's the EPA number, 25 mpg. I was hoping to get over 25. We got it. I was hoping to get over 600 miles on the tank. We got it. That's happy times. But Zach, remember I did the very similar trip from Michigan to Denver in a Ram 1500 Warlock Hemi, the new truck, and that one, well, I can show you the result that one did. The engine is a 5.7 liter, still the same power numbers as before, 395 horsepower, 410 pound-feet of torque. See that little eco symbol? Yes, exactly. So this Hemi still has MDS, multi-displacement system, which basically it shuts down 4 of its cylinders when you're either cruising or not using a lot of power. I actually can't hear really an exhaust difference or an engine difference or a vibration. So I think that system from the driver's seat works really well. Check this out. The trip meter says we went 452.8 miles with 18.0 mpg. All right, now it's about 28 exactly. Check it out. 452.8 miles divided by 28.063 equals 16.1. So as you can see, this Hurricane engine, this 3-liter twin turbo, especially in this kind of a low slung truck that's still quite big and crew cab with a 5.7 foot bed, the Hurricane is king of efficiency, at least for right now.